Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan has alleged he was heckled and stopped from speaking by renowned historian Irfan Habib during the Indian History Congress in Kannur. In a series of tweets, Governor Arif Mohammed Khan has said efforts were made to interrupt his speech as the Kerala governor was quoting Maulana Azad. He was told to quote "God Say" slogans instead.
मौलाना आजाद ने आप ही के लिए कहा था। नहीं, आपकी जायदाद है मौलाना आजाद, हमारी है। Let these people know they can't shout me down. If I have heard them quietly, they must hear me quietly. What? नहीं सुनेंगे आप, 1 मिनट में बाहर हो जाएंगे। नहीं सुनेंगे आप थ्रेटिंग करेंगे। यहाँ पे आप थ्रेटिंग करेंगे। इनको जरा देख लीजिए, ये थ्रेटिंग कर रहे हैं। भाई, they have right to raise extraneous issues. I don't have right to respond to that. पता नहीं, अगर जवाहरलाल नेहरू को कोट करना बदतमीजी है तो बेशक में बदतमीजी है। You will decide whom I should quote. That is, वो तमीज है। वो तो आप कह रहे हैं कि मैं गॉडसे को कोट करूं, ये तमीज है। जरा मुशीरुल हसन साहब को जामिया में कौन लोग थे जिन्होंने उन पर हमला किया था? When you shut the door for debate and discussion, you are promoting culture of violence. Why nobody last 15 days has been able to come? Why they are afraid? You have come with an agenda. You have a leading thought. You can't shout me down. You can't shout me down. You can't shout me down.
And Vivek Karandalam, my colleague, joins us from Trivandrum on the story. Vivek, what has happened there, of course, is highly embarrassing from all sides. But then somebody who's as well regarded as Irfan Habib himself being a part of those people who were trying to shout the governor down.
Exactly, Megha. Yesterday at the Indian History Congress, that is exactly what we witnessed, where the Kerala Governor Mohammed Arif Khan was delivering his speech. So he was speaking. He was very vocal regarding the CAA and the NRC. He had put out his views in this particular issue. In the meantime, what happened is Irfan Habib, the renowned historian, tried to disrupt his speech, and at one point of time, it was really ugly scenes which we witnessed in Kannur University. And when the governor went on and speaking on this particular topic, he said that you can't shout me down, you can't use violence if you're not ready to come for talks now, which means that you're promoting the ideology of violence, and that is exactly what you're doing. So this, after the speech also, that you can see a number of students, especially what we understand is that students from delegates and students from Jamia Millia University and JNU and Aligarh University were seen raising placards and also shouting slogans against the governor. This is something which is really untoward, something which is not expected, and that too at a function like this, where historians, are raising their voice against, and that too on the stage, where one of a historian called Irfan Habib is trying to disrupt the speech, and the governor had to counter him on the stage. Now, till now, no political parties like.
Just all your thoughts there. We also have senior journalist Mr. Rajgopalan joining us on the phone line. Mr. Rajgopalan, you saw that video even the governor is saying that, all of you people have come here with an agenda, you don't want me to speak, and this is really, of course, this is dangerous for democracy. But then it seemed that these students, like Vivek is also pointing out, had come from different universities, including the Jamia Millia University here in the national capital, also the JNU, and they'd come with full plan to sabotage and disrupt the speech of the governor.
The information is governor is also from Muslim community, and those who have created ruckus is also from the Muslim community. There should be a tolerance. My understanding is Arif Mohammed should not have, in the state, created a flutter, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty for the speech of lecture of Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan. Arif Mohammed Khan has been in Congress. He knows the subject, and the division in the minority community show that they have been intolerant, and radical elements of the minority community have gone into the university campus like Jamia Millia and JNU. Now it has reached the southern part of Kerala. Arif Mohammed Khan is right in saying that the Muslim community should be tolerant to hear his speech. In democracy, there should be two voices, dissent voice and also to appreciate the person who has spoken the truth. So Arif Mohammed Khan is absolutely right, and we have to stand by Arif Mohammed Khan and discourage this type of hooliganism when the convocation or a special lecture is being organized for the university students.
Mr. Rajgopalan, thank you so much for joining us. Let me go back to Vivek. Vivek, the bigger question here that comes out of this story is that has the level of intolerance in the society reached that extreme that we are not ready to even listen to a divergent view?
If you look at the kind of discussions, especially that's going on, at least in Kerala, which I can directly say that the level of intolerance has gone to such an extent where people are not not ready to listen to the other voice. Now, be it in the public or be it in the social media, like in social media platforms like the Facebook, where most of these videos have been posted. Now, also there was an occasion where a Norwegian woman, a tourist, had to leave the country. In the meantime, there is also incidents like where the pro-CAA protesters were being targeted. In certain cases, the anti-CAA protesters have been targeted. So, the level of intolerance what we are witnessing here is something unprecedented and something which has to be controlled at this point of time. Especially in northern part of Kerala, Megha, there has been massive protest against the CAA and the NRC. In the meantime, we also saw, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa being stopped, his, black flags being shown at his car, and, his car being stopped at one point of time. Remember, he's the Chief Minister of the neighboring state, and there are a lot of people from Kerala who are also studying there, who are working there, So that is a kind of intolerance that has been going on in the state for the past few days. Unless and until the Kerala government, the Chief Minister, come forward and call for an all-party meeting and, try to, send a message that such violent means of protest should be stopped and should not be resorted. Only then that we can expect peace and tranquility to come back.
And Vivek, just stay with us. I want to play the entire sequence of events one more time.
मौलाना आजाद ने आप ही के लिए कहा था, नहीं आपकी जायदाद है मौलाना आजाद, हमारी है। Let these people know they can't shout me down. If I have heard them quietly, they must hear me quietly. What? नहीं सुनेंगे आप, 1 मिनट में बाहर हो जाएंगे, नहीं सुनेंगे आप थ्रेटिंग करेंगे, यहाँ पे आप थ्रेटिंग करेंगे, इनको जरा देख लीजिए, ये थ्रेटिंग कर रहे हैं।
അതിന് തൊട്ട് പിന്നാലെ തന്നെ ഡെലിഗേറ്റ്സ്, നിരവധി ഡെലിഗേറ്റ്സ് ഉയർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്.
They have right to raise extraneous issues. I don't have right to respond to that. पता नहीं, अगर जवाहरलाल नेहरू को कोट करना बदतमीजी है तो बेशक में बदतमीजी है। You will decide whom I should quote. That is, वो तमीज है, वो तमीज है, वो तो आप कह रहे हैं कि मैं गॉडसे को कोट करूं, ये तमीज है। जरा मुशीरुल हसन साहब को जामिया में कौन लोग थे जिन्होंने उन पर हमला किया था?
It is extremely condemnable when he is invited to a particular function. A senior historian like Irfan Habib showed disrespect to him. This is disrespect to governor, this is outrageous, and this is disrespect to the constitution itself. Unfortunately, when left liberals do such things, it doesn't even get a condemnation from so-called intellectual and so-called the secular brigade. And we all know Arif Mohammed Khan is a very well-respected, reform-minded, and a very pluralistic and patriotic person. It is extremely condemnable.
Well, many reactions coming in to that incident. Vivek continues to be with us. Vivek, I believe the office of the governor has tweeted about this entire incident. What did they have to say?
Yes, Megha. The office of the governor had tweeted yesterday evening itself. The governor said that it is extremely unfortunate that his office has been targeted for political means. And he also said that it is the right of every Indian, every person to raise his voice at this point of time, be it on any issue, and that is exactly what he has done. Now, today there has also been an all-party meeting that's been called by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, in which what we understand is that the BJP has walked out of the meeting. And also, there is a meeting that's also been called by the opposition leader Ramesh Chenitala. Now, as far as this particular incident is concerned, till now, what is more worrying is that neither the chief minister nor the opposition leaders condemned this particular incident that happened in Kannur yesterday. Remember, there were a lot of delegates from various parts of the country who are taking part in this particular the inaugural function of the History Congress, the 80th History Congress, and there were a number of dignified people. It's in front of all these people that such a ugly scene that happened. Initially, it was Irfan Habib who spoke. He spoke against the CAA and the NRC, and after that, it was the governor's turn. The governor raised his objection on this particular issue. That is when the whole issue turned ugly. You saw a lot of delegates and people who were sitting in the first, second, and the third row, raising placards and shouting slogans against the governor. It's at that point of time that the governor clearly said that you can't shout me down at this point of time. I have my own opinion, and you have not come to a discussion in the last 2 weeks, and this kind of protest is clearly showing that you're resorting to violent means of protest. Now we need to see as whether the chief minister or the opposition leader will comment on this particular issue, because this is indeed a very, very serious issue where the governor's office has been directly targeted.
Vivek.